And here's me wondering if the reason why the audio has been so messed up with the Halo recordings I've been doing is because they're Halo recordings.
Let's confirm the mission.
Eliminate
all of the unidentified ships in the waters around former Chinese Shanghai.
No.
From their silhouette, we've deduced that the targets are BFF's special operations
That's
ships.
rather unfortunate.
Their primary defenses will be a powerful long-range
As soon as I figure out how to get
series of
Bluetooth
vertical
headphones
launch
to work with this television, this will
careful.
stop being a problem.
Those are your orders.
I don't want to have to go as far as turning the audio off completely, because I like being able to hear what I'm playing, but that might be a solution I'll have to consider. I like how all the fucking emblems for the actual, like, ACs in the game are clearly custom drawn, and you can't make anything even close to that in the fucking character creator. I've seen some surprisingly complex ones for the given complexity of the emblem creator in Armored Core 4, but I'm wondering if that's not someone using a third-party program.
You're in range of the enemy's main cannon. Stay sharp. That's not the last of them. Take
These
them
things
all
always
out.
feel like they have way more health than they should. I don't know if that's just me, though. Gotta take out this one first.
That's not the last of them. Take them all out.
I remember playing this mission over and over and over again because of the
That's not
demo
the last of them.
that was on
Take them all
the
out.
360 back in the day. This is like, it was basically just the first chapter and a half of the game.
You're nearing the edge of the combat area. All objectives destroyed.
Really, I thought there was another one.
The mission was a success.
I would have purged my grenade launcher for the
head back.
use of the handgun, but dropping weapons in a mission actually means that part has been destroyed and you have to pay for it when the mission's over. So, if you can help it, you should try not to do that.
I'm glad you're all right. Let's go home.
In Armored Core 5, I believe if you're playing, Verdict Day, if you're playing the hardcore mode, that part is actually destroyed and it disappears from your inventory. I think that's a really cool idea, actually. Having a hardcore mode where it's like, yeah, your fucking mech takes damage. Yeah, it took that damage.
Let's confirm the mission. Eliminate the armed terrorist faction that's taken hold of the Rosgul colony's subterranean facility. The enemy holds considerable firepower, including normals. They've already defeated the colony's on-site defenses. We've confirmed Arisawa Heavy Industries heavyweight normals among them. Don't let them team up on you in closed spaces. Those are your orders.
I don't remember how the menu system works for Verdict Day's hard mode, but I like the idea of, yeah, if your mech gets blown up, it gets blown up, and that's it. Although I think it works based on you have a certain number of mechs, and they're like individual mechs that you customize, but if it gets damaged, then you have to actually replace the parts on it. I remember Last Raven had a similar system, but it was just for like individual parts.
Tread carefully.
I was never particularly good at Last Raven, like more so even than a lot of the other original Armored Core games. Because like Armored Core 1, I'm pretty much fine for the vast majority of the game, and that's the last level where it's like, no, fuck you. god damn, that last level's really hard. It has no reason for being that hard. It's just that, like, it's an extraordinarily long and difficult jumping puzzle, followed by a fucking boss fight, followed by another jumping puzzle, followed by another boss fight. And it's really hard to do that. I like Armored Core 1 a lot, and it's a really cool level, but my god, does it not hold up well at all, because it's almost impossible to play. If I'm gonna be doing that one, I'm gonna be, like, I'll play the entire game on my PlayStation, and then when it comes to the last level, I'll emulate it and just play it on PC. Because the last time I played that was, I think, 3 years ago. Because I was replaying all of the games, because I had wanted to do all of this back in 2018, but, you know, things got put off. So I was replaying all the games to make sure that they would, you know, play well and function and all that. And I got to that last level and it's like, oh my god, it took me like fucking 6 hours. Like, if the platforming was like a quarter as long as it is in the game, or if it just like, because if you had analog aiming in that game, it would be fine. It wouldn't matter at all. I'd have no problem with it. It'd be tedious, but I could do it. But because it uses bumper aiming, and it's like, your momentum when you're moving around is so extreme, also you're constantly taking fire. It's platforming with a time limit with bumper aiming, and then you have to do a boss fight. If you didn't get your health back in between the two level areas, that probably would actually be impossible for the vast majority of people. And I use a middleweight AC with, like, usually I don't use the Human Plus stuff because it always takes so goddamn long. Hold on.
We've confirmed an unidentified squad approaching Anatolia. There aren't many, but they're almost here. You have to intercept them. Please hurry.
Now, I'm wondering if this was happening while I was returning from the previous mission, or if I'm just on base and it's like, hey, dude's rolling up. Maybe deal with that? Feels weird. I always wanted, like, a bunch of posters of those weapon schematics. I feel like that'd be really cool.
They're too close.
Really?
We can't avoid fighting in inhabited areas. You can't engage your primal armor. Make invasion your top priority. Try to stay safe out there.
That's not too bad. I love the firing delay timer on your thing. Really?
Stay sharp.
Ooh. One left. Man, I can't barely see that guy. There we go. I love these frickin' JPEG trees. They're like Doom sprites, but they don't turn to face you. I feel like it almost would have been better if they went the Doom way and just had the sprites turn to face you. It'd be a little less jarring. If I remember correctly, these are the same sprites they use in Dark Souls next to Sen's Fortress. They're just scaled down here, or scaled up in Dark Souls. But if I remember correctly, they're the same trees, which is kind of fun. Oh. I thought I did that pretty well. I guess my ammo cost was kind of high.
I suppose we were the objects of their vengeance.
Where the fuck is Anatolia? I'm guessing it's somewhere in Northern Europe.
But still.
Looks pretty. You never really get a good look at it. I want an Armored Core game where you get to also run around, like, in the sort of, like, hub area. Kind of like Daemon X Machina has a hub area, but it's very small, and there's not really much to do there. It's just for sightseeing. It's got the ice cream parlor, which is a plus, but I want to hang out with the other... I want to have, like, Catherine Full Body style hanging out at the bar, talking to the other pilots, and having that, like, affect your relationship with them. Like, you know, you got a little bit closer to X-Pilot, so they hesitate when they have to pull the trigger on you in a later mission. I feel like that'd be kind of interesting. Daemon X Machina actually does have a thing like that. There's a mission in that game where a character is undercover, and if you shoot at them, they'll retaliate later, but if you leave them alone, they'll help you out, which is kind of cool. I like that a lot. There isn't a lot of that in the rest of the game, but that one mission was kind of standout. Daemon X Machina is weird because it's for being what it is, it's a very safe game in that they don't really... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of a good way to phrase it, but nothing bad really happens to the characters that can't immediately be fixed. I mean, considering that one of the characters is straight up a zombie, which is cool, because she's my favorite character in the game, but, you know.
Let's confirm the mission.
I always hated this mission.
A BFF
I don't know what it
ice
is, but I never really liked this mission.
Subs. Eliminate the subs.
I think it's
Protect
because
the
the
tanker.
submarines are a bit too spongy. If they
According to aerial
died, like,
surveillance,
reliably
we're dealing with
in,
a
like, one or
comparatively
two
large
hits,
fleet of
I feel like it would
Omer's
be
Bombardier
fine,
class combat
but
subs.
as is, I feel like they
Protecting
have
that
too much
tanker is your
defense.
first priority.
Like, you
Since
shoot them
all
with a
of the
fucking
subs
grenade
will
launcher.
avoid
I've
their
shot them with the
arsenal of
grenade
large
launcher, like the
vertical launch
back-mounted
missiles.
one. I feel like one
Those are
shot
orders.
should take out at least one of those. And they sometimes come up a little close together. I don't remember if their breaching patterns are consistent between playthroughs. I know they're not consistent between normal and hard, but I don't remember if it's like there's a set point that each one will come up to at a certain time, or if there's a set number of points throughout the map that they'll just go to. I know they can't come up anywhere, but there are specific locations they breach in, but I don't remember if it's the same thing every time.
Enemy submarine fleet is
Because that would be the only way to do it. You'd have to memorize where the submarines are. I also like that the ship's pretty similar to the, if I remember correctly, it's almost exactly the same design as the ship workshop in Armored Core 5, which is the one that I used for a long time, because I really liked it. I still really like it. I think it's great.
Stay calm. Just take care of it.
See, there we go. Maybe it's just they're spongier on Xbox. I could buy that. That makes sense to me.
You're nearing the edge of the combat area.
Huh.
Enemy sub preparing to dive. This is your chance. Nail it before it can submerge.
Okay, those missiles are way fucking faster than they are in the Xbox version. Jeez. Maybe it is random. I don't know. I doubt it, though. That would be a bit much. Yeah, those missiles are way faster than they are in the Xbox version, for sure. Huh. Almost makes me think this is one of the missions that got patched to be easier. I doubt it, though.
undersea activity detected. Enemy reinforcements confirmed. More submarines.
I wish the marker would disappear faster. I need a radar unit. That's probably my mistake. Shit. It really doesn't help that this map is absurdly bright. Like, there's so much bloom. Is that my television? I can't... It looks a little clearer on the recording, but... That's still really difficult to, negotiate. Did that not die?
Damage reported by the tanker.
Oh my god, those missiles are so fucking fast. Holy shit.
Three remaining enemy sub-signatures.
Those missiles are for sure faster than they are in the other one. I'm guessing that's something that got changed in a patch note. Well, I did say I wanted to play the PlayStation version, so that's on me. God, that's such a goofy looking animation.
Two remaining enemy sub-signatures.
No, you don't. Stop it. Bad. What I don't get is why would the submarines be fucking,
You're nearing the edge of the combat.
What the hell is it? It's interesting that you can see them moving around from, like, underneath the water. Like, at least on your radar. That's kind of weird.
All subs are surfacing. They're preparing a missile fusillade. Guard that tanker. Submarine fleet.
I guess that counts.
The mission was a success. Good work. Please head back.
I'm not good at that mission. To be fair, oh wow, S rank. I don't deserve that, but I'll take it.
Glad you're all right.
Escort missions in Armored Core have always been a mixed bag. There's a really cool ship one. I don't know if it's in Armored Core 2. I forget. It's in one of the PlayStation 2 ones. It might be Nexus. Maybe 3? I don't remember. But you're on top of a ship and there are other ships coming up alongside you and it's kind of like a pirate ship battle. I really like that one. That one's a lot of fun.
Let's confirm the mission. We've located an armed
What am I,
anti-establishment
fucking dying?
group supply line.
Possibly.
The enemy supply convoy will be flying over the Robert Meyer Bridge. Stand by in the area and take down all of their freighters.
Like the
We've
musician?
spotted specialized flight-capable normals among their fleet. So keep
I love
your
those
eyes
dopey
peeled.
things.
Those
Those
are
things
your
are also
orders.
in Armored Core 5, but they're really annoying. I like how their little side gun thing looks like a jet. It's like, why would it look like that? I guess the fins are to make it more aerodynamic, but even still. It's interesting how many different, like, silhouettes you can create with what is essentially a bunch of Lego pieces. Because they're all plug and play. Like, very few mechs that you can actually, like, use have, I didn't mean to do unit.
Your mission is to
Parts
destroy the enemy
that aren't
transport
like just off the
contact
default.
area.
I really need to get a fucking radar unit. Is that all of them? I think that might be all of them. Yeah, and then the train. Where's the last one? Interesting that the escort helicopters continue to do their thing even without a target to escort. We're clear? I think we're clear. Is it just sitting over there, or is it actually coming down the line?
Enemy signatures confirmed on the ground. It's a large
Man, I got something stuck in my throat all of a sudden.
Fast. Enemy transport approaching. Destruction of all transports.
Wow, that's a lot of lag. I think the mission was over.
Success.
Yeah, I've noticed energy weapons tend to lag the game down
Please
a
head
lot.
back.
Specifically the Samsara. Which is a shame, because it's really good. I don't remember if it's called... Didn't they change the name to Fluorite in For Answer or something?
I'm glad you're
Regardless,
all right.
any of the plasma weapons that have that sort of lightning staticky effect on them when you shoot an area, those slow down the game ridiculously. Which is ironic. Or I guess not ironic, it's coincidental. That's the same texture they use for the lightning effect in Dark Souls, specifically the ones that the Drakes have in the Valley of the Drakes. That also slows down the game significantly on the PS3 version.
Let's confirm the mission. Intercept the large unidentified squadron closing in on us here at the Haida Arsenal and prevent any incursion of the construction dock. Judging from their attack, their squad appears
It's
to be
interesting
centered
because
around
those,
several normals and demonstrates both experience and strong organization. Both quantity and quality tell us this isn't just any armed group. You'll have to tread carefully out there. Those are your orders.
A place like this should have auto turrets. I do like that all these buildings are large enough for a fucking armored core to go through, because they have to be. It's like, talk about like the construction cost. You have to multiply the size of every single building you make in order for these stupid mechs to be able to walk through them. It would make sense if an armored core could like move, like essentially lay down on all fours and move like a car. But, you know.
Enemy invasion confirmed. Move to intercept. Second enemy wave has infiltrated the arsenal. Displaying the point of infiltration now. Check your radar.
I was never a fan of the missions that take place on this map. The hard version of this one I remember being irritating. Though I don't know if that's specifically because of my own inability or because of it actually being difficult. It might be a little of both. Come on, I can die.
Mission progress is looking good. Keep it up. Try to stay sharp.
Working on it.
You're nearing the edge of the
Thank you. Using up way more ammo on those things than I'd like.
Enemy normals vastly outnumber our projections. Conditions are harsh, but try to pace yourself. Keep a level head out there. Additional enemy signatures detected. Keep concentrating.
They all come in on this side, and then there's like another one that's like, oh yeah, they're much closer than we... Yeah, there we go.
Enemy invasion confirmed. We sighted the blade. They're already by the dock. Intercept immediately.
I feel like this is a mission you would have like multiple people doing. Whatever. And the ones over here are those tank ones, I think. Is it just me, or do they move faster the closer you get to them? I feel like that would make sense from a balancing perspective, if nothing else.
All enemy activity silent.
There we go.
The mission was a success. Good work.
You know, realistically, even if it was a giant robot, if there was like a bulkhead here, it wouldn't be able to like punch through it. They'd have to get something to either cut through it or knock the wall down. Because, I mean, if it's thick enough metal, the robot's just going to damage itself trying to punch through it.
I'm glad you're alright. Let's go home.
I have no idea how it calculates the ranks in this game. It's like, there's so much stuff, like, what pushes it over the edge to any rank in particular. Or does it work on a checkbox system? I could buy that, but it would be a little disappointing. Oh shit, I should have grabbed a radar unit. Damn.
An unidentified squadron is marching on GA's resource
Yeah, I
base
keep
in
forgetting to
India
do
under
that.
cover of night. Intercept them. The projected intercept area is
Whatever.
almost completely dark, but GA has promised to send up special flares. Those should give you enough visibility to fight. We don't have a firm grasp
does
on their
everything
numbers,
but tell
expect
time.
a large squad with several normals. Use your head out there. Those are your orders. The darkness will severely limit combat visibility.
Moon. I like how the moon provides, like, no light. Nor does my fucking, muzzle flash for some reason. Yeah, try not to think about that. I don't know either. I like how we can just blow up the pipeline and A, the whole thing doesn't go up. I guess it's dry. And B, no one cares. It's a little fun.
Enemy signature confirmed. It's huge. Global fortresses. Another high-powered weaponry.
There we go. Should have brought a sword.
Enemy troops annihilated.
There we go.
The mission was a success.
Would have been nice if they shot up one of those fucking shells a little earlier.
Let's head back.
This is one of the few missions in which you actually fight one of these things. You fight two on hard mode, but yeah. They appear again in 4 Answer, but all they do is sit there and shoot missiles at you. It's kind of disappointing. I will say, Armored Core 5 and Verdict Day definitely have the better boss fights of 4 answer and 4. I like the final boss of 4 a lot. In fact, it's one of my favorite mech designs of all time because of just how weird it is. But it's kind of just fights you like any other AC. It has much more delineated phases than the others do, but it's still, for the most part, a fairly normal fight. The bosses in Armored Core 5, while they do so much damage per hit, in fact, most of them can insta-kill you. I think they're a lot more interesting in terms of their actual gameplay, because what counts for boss fights in 4 and 4 Answer is, well, in 4 Answer you have the arms forts, which, sure, but they're way too easy. You can kill every single one in one hit if you're using the pile bunker. And B, or I guess the other things are the AC fights, and those are very mixed. They're either pretty good, or the fucking odds are stacked way too hard against you. Like in the case of Arteria Carpals. Like, a good 4-on-1 is March au Supplice, or Supplice, or whatever the fuck it is. A bad technically 5-on-1 if you're playing hard mode, is Carpals. Because I don't think Carpals is... God damn it. No! Damn you, Sony Vegas.
Your target is Ashu.
Really hope that didn't fuck up the recording.
Ignore any additional forces.
Yeah, it probably didn't. I'm sure it's fine.
Stay safe. You're nearing the edge of the combat area. The enemy craft is slow with firepower. Avoid a face-to-face shootout.
Come on. Jeez, that was a good shot. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to go down pretty soon. Need a second to get my energy back. Come on. There we go. That could have gone a little better.
The mission was a success.
Not the worst, though.
Please head back.
If I was really ballsy, I could have just run up on him and hit him with a pile bunker. But that seems like the bad thing to do. I might fuck around with that for a little bit, because it's admittedly kind of fun. What you do is you take the Solux thing, and then you just put all of your fucking FRS into speed and output. You put the pistol in one hand, the pile bunker in the other, and that's basically it. And for answer, you throw the extra.
Let's confirm the mission. Destroy all of the new large-scale weaponry being built at GA Europe's Haida Arsenal. The Haida facility has announced it is
Those things seem a lot smaller in this dock than they are in the actual game.
Internal house cleaning. The ex-GAE guards should still be in the facility, but you have clearance to eliminate them if they endanger the mission. Keep in mind that Akvavit has supported the Haida Arsenal for some time. It's possible they've offered
Rosenthal, owned by Omer. We're the baddies.
Orders. We aren't sure of what it looks like in there.
Like a British handsome Jack. I love the Foundation. I actually do think a lot of their stuff is pretty cool. They built the Scavengers, though, so I'll never forgive them. And I guess tangentially the Pulverizers, though that's really Raelian Art's fault.
I'll send you their positions from here.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get started.
I guess this way.
Hold on, combat personnel, evacuate! Save yourselves! Get out of here!
Yeah. Frickin' hitboxes.
That's your target. It's huge. Massive weapon destroyed.
Wow, I took way more damage from that than I wanted.
Large-scale enemy squadron detected up ahead. Prepare to break through. Objective destroyed. One remaining.
Man, that really slows down the game. Not going too bad yet, though. Yeah, you get attacked by, what is it? I forget her name. It's like, it's one of the GA mechs. He's the one I had a little bit of difficulty with in the, hey, come on. There we go. A little paranoid that the game's gonna crash because of all the lag. PS3 is not the most stable of consoles.
The Haida team was known as the heretical zealots of GA. More than any prophets or politics.
Well, they created the planet-destroying radiation bomb, so maybe don't give them that much credit.
That's just the impression I get.
Also, they're manufacturing what, like, yeah, it's not like it's the pursuit of science for the greater good. They're manufacturing weapons of mass destruction.
The vicarious warfare the companies had been waging by using terrorist groups hit a turning point with the purge of GAE's Haida Arsenal.
It'd be cool if the mechs that it show off are like...
with Haida considered the purge to be a direct assault against their company.
Whatever.
They lashed out at GA, calling it rightful retribution. It was the first open conflict between companies since the Pox's inception. That action echoed instantly through the other companies, their accord already in collapse. and the world was plunged into war without ideology or reason. Amid this chaos,
Pulverizers.
news arose that the power of Anatolia's mercenary rivaled that of an original.
Pulverizers are cool.
She dreaded that recognition. It was the sentiment.
Like, the
I
Queen's
couldn't
Lance is a cool
understand.
design for a ship. I would have loved to have seen more of it before it fucking blows up in, like, one chapter. New parts are available for purchase. Sick.
Let's confirm the mission.
Did I ever mention that Towards Zero is a cool fucking name for a chapter? All the chapter names in this game are great.
The enemy's primary weaponry is a group of
They're
normals.
fantastic.
We've also confirmed
Armored
that
Core,
Barros,
for answer, doesn't
Empal's
have
top
chapter
squad of
names.
normals, is present.
I appreciate them
Furthermore,
having
there's
a
GA
separate
VIP
shop from the
aboard the
inventory
large stealth
menu,
jet preparing for
but
takeoff
I
on
do miss
runway
some of the
number
other
2.
UI things from
Protecting that
4 that are
craft
really
is your
good.
top
Look, it's that
priority.
plane that blows up in every Armored
We've
Core
gotten
game.
word that you're not
It
cleared
always
to
blows
use
up.
primal armor until that craft is airborne. To avoid
Actually, I
the
don't know
risk
if it blows up
Kojima
in this one,
contamination.
but
Keep that in
otherwise,
mind.
yeah, like the fucking
Those are your
AC
orders.
stealth plane thing blows up in every game. Usually in the intro, but not always. I like how they brought the ones that are in fucking... Is it Nexus? I don't think it's Nexus. It might be Nexus. It might be Disc 2 of Nexus, actually. But, because at the beginning, there's the big Armored Core carrier plane thing. And those are also in Verdict Day. They drop you off during territory matches sometimes, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah,
Approaching enemy
it's the big
airship
old
squadron
plane.
confirmed.
Always
Prioritize
blows
that
the
stealth
fuck
jet
up.
safety until it's off the ground.
Which I find hilarious.
You'll also be unable to engage your primal armor until the jet's in the air.
Really? It's a little irritating.
Second enemy wave closing in. They're at the storage facility. Intercept immediately.
Come on. A little faster.
Second enemy wave now beginning its descent. Move to intercept. AP is down 50%.
Really?
Targets destroyed.
I almost got it without taking
The
all
mission
that
was a
damage.
success.
Ugh.
Good work.
If I'd been a little faster, I could have done that
Please head
better.
back.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I'm glad you're all right. Let's go home. Let's confirm the mission. Attack Leonia Mechanica's cyclical power plant.
I see it's
Megalis.
changed hands
Your orders
since
are
I
to
was
strip the
last here.
facility of all
Yeah,
functionality.
Megalis. It's a
Megalis is
mistranslation.
surrounded by a series of anti-air laser cannons set in concentric circles, making it difficult to attack from above. You'll enter the plant's
I know, I
core
was
at
here.
the base of the central tower. Destroy all of the large generator turbines.
I'm still not
there.
exactly sure how that
Those are your
works
orders.
as a solar or as a fucking what's the word for the fancy word for wind power? Whatever. I'm not sure how that works using wind power because the turbines are all inside the thing facing upwards. That doesn't really make sense to me. It's surrounded by solar panels, which I can understand, but shouldn't the turbines all be on, like, outstretched things around it if you want it to work
Your
like that?
objectives are the turbines
Doesn't really
in
make
the
much
central
sense
tower.
otherwise. Like, oh.
Enter the tower's interior through the basement.
Ah, fuck. I should have just used my fucking overboost. You can totally get crushed by that. I don't know how that thing stays afloat, but it's really weird. That vertical acceleration is weird. I don't know why, but the game wants you to kill those things too.
All objectives eliminated. The mission was a success. Good work. Please head back.
This is definitely a game to speedrun, though. Like, considering almost every single mission in the game can be done in less than a minute. Theoretically, that could mean that it should only take you as many minutes as there are missions in the game.
Let's go home.
Even less if you're doing an any % speedrun, because most of the missions don't actually have to be completed to finish the game. You only have to do, I believe, 3 missions a chapter. You have to do all the red ones. But besides that, I mean...
Let's confirm the mission. A large interior squadron has taken hold of the Robert Meyer Bridge. It's up to you to eliminate them. The enemy's forces consist mostly of normals.
You'd think they wouldn't want to fucking
deal with.
fight around
According to a support
points
unit
like
that went on ahead,
that,
they've
regardless
set up
of
special
their
barricades
value.
throughout the area that are highly effective
Given that a
against
bridge like that
gunfire.
is relatively frail,
We also believe there's a chance they've got some new kind of experimental weapon.
I love
Keep
that
your
they
wits
have
about
those
you.
little roller things from
Those are
Armored
your
Core
orders.
3. Oh, I think they're in Armored Core 2 as well. They're on the level of that crashed spaceship. They are a pain in the ass in that game. They're considerably less so over here, though. In fact, they're almost comical in their inability to fucking move in this one, which is kind of hilarious. That was an enemy I would actually like to see back in the series, because it's unique in the way it moves, because it's a big wheel that stops every once in a while to open up and fire missiles at you, which I think is a cool idea. It's like the Hellfire tank in Star Wars. But
Carry out your mission as swiftly as possible. You're nearing the edge of the combat area.
yeah, I probably could have picked a better loadout for this mission. Stop shooting me, fuck. Yep, I love those stupid roller tanks.
You're nearing the edge of the combat area.
Okay, I'm gonna have to...
Enemy reinforcements have entered the combat area. Not
still
long
here?
before contact now. Prepare to intercept. You're nearing the edge of the combat area.
There we go.
Enemy squadron is unresponsive.
Why is there still a red ping on my,
The mission was a success.
thing?
Good work. Please
Oh, I
head
get...
back.
Wait. Is that a holdover? Because it looked like there was someone underneath the map. I'm wondering if... Because on hard mode you get attacked by, Lambda. So I'm wondering if his mech is actually still in the level. It's just not registered as, like, an active target unless you're playing on hard mode. So he's just hanging out underneath the level. That's how FromSoft normally does it. In Dark Souls, all invaders are spawned in the game at all times. They're just underneath the level until the game summons them to fight you. I mean, all NPC invaders, obviously not all regular invaders. That would be stupid.